Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games, where on today's video we are going to be looking at a record-breaking game. And yeah, we're actually going to be having a look at Duke Nukem Forever. And I know you've probably seen from the thumbnail and the title that this is actually a cancelled video. But Duke Nukem Forever got released. Well, yes, technically that is true, but there are also two other cancelled versions of the game. And we'll go into that in a bit more detail in a minute. But yeah, originally Duke Nukem Forever was announced in 1997. And it currently holds the Guinness World Records for the longest development time of a game. And yeah, I think at the moment it stands at 14 years. Because originally the final version released in 2011. But yeah, as I say, there are three different versions of the game. So you've got the initial 1996 version that was actually developed just around the time when Duke Nukem 3D was being released. And that was essentially, it was actually a 2D platformer based very much on the first two Duke Nukem games. So yeah, what happened, that'll actually be a future video in the cancelled series. So I do currently have the files for that game as well. But when Duke Nukem 3D was released and it was as popular as it was, 3D Realms basically decided that the industry was starting to shift to more 3D. So they basically cancelled that version of Duke Nukem Forever, then started working on what has now become known as the 2001 build. And yeah, that is the build that we're actually going to be looking at today. So the 2001 build was actually a build that no one actually got hold of until quite recently. It was back in 2022 that the source code and the level editor got released. And yeah, that since then, people have actually been able to play it. But the version that we're actually playing today isn't the original leaked version. So I'll go into that in 2 seconds, because the third version of the game is obviously the final retail release, which released in 2011. And that was the one that was published by Gearbox. It was a complete remake of the 2011 version, the 2001 version. And yeah, it is obviously the one that we ended up with. And yeah, it was what it was. Obviously, I don't know. Yeah, you probably can't see it. It's probably just on the shelf, just down there. There we go. There's my copy of the retail version. So I actually, being a massive fan of Duke Nukem and growing up playing the 1, 2 and 3D, as soon as this was announced, I did get hold of the Balls of Steel edition. And yeah, I have to say, the actual game, it wasn't as great as I was hoping it would be, but I don't think it's quite as bad as everyone makes out it is either. But what we're going to do today is we're actually going to be looking at the 2001 version. So as I say, that was originally leaked back in 2022. And since then, a group of basically dedicated Duke Nukem fans have actually created a project to completely restore the original 2001 version of Duke Nukem Forever. So it's currently known as Duke Nukem Forever Restoration Project. And as I say, it's a fan-made effort to revive and complete the 2001 build of Duke Nukem Forever for modern PCs. Basically, their goal, as they state, the project's main goal is to enhance and complete the leaked 2001 build of Duke Nukem Forever, providing a more polished and complete game experience than the final product that was released. In essence, Duke Nukem Forever Restoration Project is a fan-driven initiative to resurrect a promising but ultimately abandoned version of the game, offering a unique and potentially more satisfying Duke Nukem experience. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to playing this. It is a game that I have had I will admit, before doing this video, I have actually downloaded an updated version of this. But I think the original copy that I've had pretty much since it originally leaked, or at least from the first build from the restoration project. So yeah, I will admit I am really looking forward to playing this. So what we'll do is let's quickly switch over to the PC screen, and I think it's this one. Yep, it is. And then let's actually start the game. So I'm going to chuck my headphones on before we get started. And then, yeah, we'll dive in and have a look at the game. So, as you can see here, Duke Nukem Forever Restoration Project. This is something that they've added in the latest version of this. We've got DirectX 8 and DirectX 9 support. So I'm going to go 9. So we get high quality sound, detailed skin, detailed textures, and standard video resolution. I will admit I'm not massively worried about sort of fiddling with everything. And yeah, for some reason when it first starts, it always opens windowed, which is a bit annoying. And then, right, so starting off, we've got to create a profile. I don't think I've got anything created yet. Yeah. So and here we go. So this is the main menu. So at the moment, they haven't got any multiplayer added into this yet. But if we dive into the settings and have a look, see what we can change here. So video driver, resolution. I'm not sure how high we can go on the resolution. It says 1920 by 1080. So let's see. Let's see if we can actually run it at that. Yep, if it will run, I'm quite happy with that. So we're on high settings, 32-bit. Brightness, texture. Yep, so I'm happy with all of that. Audio. So I know from sort of previous experience that the sound volume needs to be bumped up. Otherwise it is really quiet. I'm not going to worry about any of the others. Then we've got game, riot shield control, don't know about that, blob, field of view 90 degrees, I'm going to leave it at that, level of detail. I'm going to turn that on, see what it does. Auto switch weapons, strafe roll, yep, leave all that. And we'll dive into the controls. I'm just going to bump my headphones down a bit. So, standard FPS shooter. I am going to bump the mouse sensitivity down a bit. So, left mouse, right mouse, WSAD, E for use and grab space and control. And then we've got additional controls. So I don't really need to worry about the looks because it's all done on the mouse. Center view, end, walk. Yep, so that's fine. SOS. Shades OS. Oh, okay, so this Shades OS is basically what they call the hub. And yeah, I'm not going to worry about changing any of that. Leave it as it is. Parental controls. It's adult mode. Do you know what? For the sake of YouTube, I'm going to turn that off just to be on the safe side. Because knowing my luck, it will, yeah, it will not be advisable. Right, so in here we've got obviously the profile that we created at the beginning, quick game, load game, and new game. So we want to do new game. And then what do we got? So these are all the different levels. So how many have we got? Unfriendly Skies, Hollywood Holocaust. So that is the first level from Duke Nukem 3D. There are loads of levels. So if this isn't complete, what is missing? What is... Okay. So what we got difficulty-wise, piece of cake, let's rock, come get some, and damn, I'm good. I'm just going to leave it as less rock. Alright, so let's start with the intro level. Once again, I'm going to bump this down because it's quite loud in my headphones. So this is the same start to as the retail version of Duke Nukem Forever. So obviously that's how it started.
A stogie and a babe. Is that so much to ask during some R&R?
Okay, so we've got... I'll look around for sort of mouse. So I'm pressing E. I'm just not doing much.
Mr. Nukem.
Alright, so you can't aim or anything like that.
Much better.
We need to hurry. Looking good, Mr. Nukem. Here, follow me. I'll guide you to the studio. It's a real honor meeting you like this, Mr. Nukem. I'm a huge fan of yours. I don't care what the president says.
So we've got Pig Fiction. Beverly Hills Pig Cop 8.
We've got a full house tonight. We always
I hope the women I left to sleep in my room are okay.
I would admit, looking at it though, the graphics are really good. You look at the textures there. Obviously, yes, these have probably been upgraded quite a bit. But then, actually, you look at this character model.
Take me with you, Duke.
That's... To me, that looks like a man in a wig. But...
Inside here, that's the green room. Like, it's basically a break room. Been on the show before.
Yeah, I will say though, if you think the long and the short of it is with this, you've got to think that a lot of the textures were all made back in sort of 2000, 2001. So
In just a moment, Mr. Nukem. Go stand behind that mark on the stage. Stand right there, Mr. Nukem. As soon as Jay finishes his monologue.
So yeah, it's quite impressive at how detailed some of the textures are.
He's saved the world from not just one, but 2 alien invasions. He's here to talk about his new book. Let's give him a big round of applause, Duke Nukem! Flex for the cameras, baby! Wow, what a reception! Welcome to the show! We're lucky to have you, Duke.
It's good to be back.
Speaking of which, I hear you have a new entry for a certain book club.
Jay, don't ruin it.
It's wonderful, just a fantastic read, folks. Why I'm So Great, Volume 2. I cannot recommend it highly enough. The amount of sit-ups this man does. Alright, now, Duke, let me be candid. I've heard the president is attending the grand opening tonight, and he has some choice words about how you handled that last alien invasion. He says that you ruined Earth's chances at diplomatic relations with our interstellar neighbors, and the technological advancement of humankind. What do you think, Duke?
No, Jay. Those alien bastards only listen to the language of hot lead. The president is just trying to make political hay for himself at my expense. Besides, I think my fans know who's right.
You heard it here, folks. A little less conversation, a little more action. It looks like we're experiencing some kind of technical difficulties, so we're gonna move to a quick break. Hey, what's going on, Duke?
Something's not right. I better check things out.
Okay, so where I gotta go up here? Ah, okay. Right, so what do we... Okay, so it's not perfect, as you can see. So we're getting a lot of subtitles for things, but not necessarily getting the audio. We're meant to be seeing something. Okay, so I think we're now on to... So we've gone through a couple of chapters already. Ah, okay. So you can see sort of certain elements. I will admit, I'm pretty sure, looking at this and looking at the way that it looks, that it is using the same engine as Duke Nukem 3D, which would make sense.
Duke, I'm trying to activate the sprinkler, but the door is stuck.
Stand back.
Oh, God, what's happening, Duke?
Time to find out.
I'm not going to say anything about that. Ah, okay. Where have I got to get to? I'm assuming we've got to get up to there.
Bypass failed.
Okay. So, sprinkler system. I'm hoping that that is going to basically... Yeah. So, it's going to knock the fire out up here. Oh, Jesus. I will admit, I am, if you think for a game that is, what we're looking at, 24 years old, I'm actually really impressed with it.
This pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm about to die. How do I get rid of this?
Live in front of the lady killer.
It is a disaster out here, viewers. Las Vegas appears to be under attack from an unknown.
What the hell?
They're targeting the grand opening of the lady killer.
Okay, well, don't know what happened there. I admit, I do like the game over screen. So, where are we? Right, so it's taking us back to the lift. So, we know we can do that. Right, so we know what we're doing now, so we quickly blitz through this bit.
Duke, I'm trying to activate the sprinkler. Oh, God. What's
Stand
happening,
back.
Duke?
Time to find out.
There we go, that's that bit. We've got to remember there's a guy up as soon as we walk in here.
Fuck, I think I got it.
Oh, really? I want to know when we get the guns. Don't want to be kicking everything. Whole idea with Duke Nukem is you get mental guns. Alright, so this time I'm not going to rush in kicking him. I'm going to be a bit more tactful.
Duke, I'm trying to activate the sprinkler, but the doors.
Stand back.
God, what's happening, Duke?
Time to find out.
There we go. Tell you what, actually, I am not even going to bother with this one. I'm just going to run straight past him. Hopefully that's not going to come back. What is that? Ah, there was the guy that had us last time. Oh, don't tell me it's crashed. Yep, it's crashed. Are you having a laugh? Run Duke Nukem forever, safe mode, change to 3D. I'm just going to run it. Alright, let's see if I've got a game to load. Yeah, so it's going to be that one. And now I've got to redo that bit again. Right, okay, so no, I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I have got the earlier build. So what to do is give me a minute. I am going to load up the earlier build and get it to the point where we were just about to sort of watch that video on the screen, and yeah, I'll see if it runs a bit better. So yeah, give me a minute and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got back to the bit that we were just at when we had the crash. So this is running on the earlier version. So this is the 1.0 version, whereas I think the one that we were on before was the 2.1. I don't think there's any real difference in these early levels. I think it's probably the later stuff. But yeah, let's jump in.
We now interrupt your regular broadcast, live in front of the Lady Killer Casino.
It is a disaster out here.
So you see already,
Las
this
Vegas
bit's a
appears to be
bit
under
darker
attack
and
from
things like
unknown
that.
source. We can only assume that they were
And
targeting
then
the grand opening of the Lady Killer.
there you go. So you've got the other
Let's see if Captain Cole from the EDF can help us figure out what's going on.
sort of
Captain
the
Cole?
NPC that was coming after us.
Right now, we're trying to get boots on the ground and all EDF on the same page. We're under order to assist in any evacuation and suppress any rioting or looting that we
So
witness.
let's see where.
We've been unable to get in
So we can't get up there.
contact with the upper floors, but we're pulling for our boys.
We can't get through there. So what you'll notice as well is, so like this poster that we saw in the other version, these have all been updated in the newer version. Can I? Yep, perfect. And then we've got full health anyway, so I'm going to leave all that there. Really? There we go. Right, so I've got to be careful because we know we've got an enemy up here. Oh, sneaky sod.
Don't have time to play with myself.
There we go. Alright, so... so there we go. So we can actually regenerate our health by this. So it takes a bit of time, but... I was hoping we could use that to put that out, but maybe not. Okay, so now what we got?
I guess I do have time to play with myself. I really don't have time to play with myself.
Where's my mouse isn't? Oh, that's because my mouse has died. Right, give me 2 seconds. I just need to plug my mouse in quickly. So, yeah, it's completely died. Right, USB. The joys of wireless mice. There we go. No, can't play it. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that brings us out there. We don't want to go there. What's this one? Where is that? Oh, okay. That's where we needed to go. it up here we need to go? Hazard a guess and say that it's that way that we need to go. But how do I get us up there? I don't know how to get us up there. Oh, wait, there's the door. Ah, okay. What have we got in here? Oh, that's looking good. We've got ammo. Jesus, what's that toilet roll made out of?
Myself in here with one of your guns when I heard the rumbling. Here, I think you might need it.
Ruby.
Let's get the door.
Somebody once in a while you shouldn't have fucked with. That's me.
So, have I got to jump over there, I'm assuming? Right, let's get the right keys. Oh.
Confucius say, die.
Okay, not that way.
Same side, assholes.
Okay, don't think. Oh, maybe. Yes, this is another bit actually. I think is similar to the retail version. Yeah, don't want to go down there. Want to work our way over this way. Yeah, this is it. Right, so how do I climb a ladder? Like that.
All too easy. 'Cause 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 'c
Oh, really? This is gonna hurt.
Damn, I'm not looking good.
No. There we go. At least we got some ammo. Just picked up ammo. I'm assuming that floor's electrified then. I've just been in here. What is going on? Right, so... Ah, okay. Oh, so I didn't need to go back down there and lose all my health. Am I up there? Right, okay. Is this where I need to be, or can I... Oh, I can't get up any further. So that's the bit I jumped across. Ah, it looks like there's a door there. Yep. Okay. Didn't think I was going to last long there. Okay. Well, I am actually relatively impressed with that. So, obviously, I had a couple of issues there with the newer version. So, what? Let me just exit out of this and switch back. Yes. And then, yeah, we'll do that. So, yeah, I have to admit, really impressed with that. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that this isn't anywhere near what it was like when it was first released. But I have to admit, I am really impressed with the condition that it's in. Obviously, that second part where we got a bit further, that was actually using the version 1. I'm going to have a look. It's probably something with my PC as to sort of why version 2 crashed. But what I will do is I will go through it again. If I do keep getting the crash, I'll send it off to them so that they're aware. But yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed. I've seen some videos of it in the past, but that's the first time I've actually had the chance to get hands-on. And yeah, would it have been a better one? Or would it have been better than what we actually got? I don't know. Obviously, I'm still very early on in the game. As you saw when we first started the game, there is so much content in this already. And don't get me wrong, I don't know how much of that is playable and how much isn't. But yeah, there is a fair amount there. So it'd be interesting to go through and see what other levels are actually... I'll tell you, no, I'll leave it for now. What we might do is we might revisit this in the future and then we'll go through some of the later levels. I know that Hollywood Holocaust is a lot broader than the original version in Duke Nukem 3D. I think that was where I originally found out about this. It was a few years ago, and saw someone actually playing this level, and I was like, where's that? That is massively expanded on the original. And that's when I found out about the 2001 Duke Nukem Forever build. But yeah, I have to say, I thought it was really good. I think they would have definitely had to have upgraded the graphics and the character, like the models within the game, if it was going to be released around the 2011 mark. Definitely think that the models and the graphics are much improved for the 2011 version. But if it had released around sort of the early 2000s, that would have been superb. And yeah, with a bit more polish, it would have been absolutely amazing. And definitely looking forward to actually giving this more of a run. So as I say, what I'll probably do is we'll probably do some other ones, and then we'll revisit this in the future, and then we'll carry on. I'm going to try and get the version 2 working properly on my computer. And once again, I keep forgetting to take those headphones off when I stop actually filming the video. But yeah, I mean, what we'll do is we'll revisit this in the future. Obviously, we have got the 1996 edition to do as well. I'm not going to do that in the next cancelled videos. I've got a couple of other ones that I want to look at. But equally, I have got some Xbox 360 ones as well. But in order to do that, I am going to have to do a mod. Basically build a modded Xbox, should I say. So I think that's going to be a future video on the channel where we actually make our modded Xbox 360 that we can use for these videos. But yeah, we are going to be carrying on with the cancelled videos. I've got so many games. I've got at least sort of 12 or 13 of them sort of waiting on my PC to actually play. And once again, I'm not actually intending on playing anything before we actually do these videos. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Have you ever seen this build before? Is it something that you've had a chance to play? And if not, did you actually play the retail version of Duke Nukem Forever, and what did you think about that? As I said earlier on, I don't think that the retail version of Duke Nukem Forever is as bad as everyone makes out. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, with that said, that is going to wrap the video up today. But if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.